side is it gonna be? Which side's it gonna be?
What if every thought you've ever had isn't really yours? What if that relentless voice in your head, whispering doubts, replaying regrets, or painting futures that never arrive, isn't you at all, but a cosmic signal you've been misinterpreting your entire life? Imagine this. The real you, the infinite you, is silently watching, waiting to be rediscovered beyond the noise. This isn't just a video. It's a wake-up call to break free from the mental chains holding you back. Trust me, you'll want to watch until the end, because what I'm about to share could shift your entire understanding of who you are and what's possible. If this resonates, hit subscribe and like to join our infinite awakening journey. Let's dive deeper together. When you're thinking, you're actually listening. But have you ever paused to ask, who or what are you listening to? Is it your voice? Or is it something deeper, something ancient, something that weaves truth and illusion into a tapestry of mental chatter? Picture that constant stream in your head, narrating your day, questioning your choices, looping through old conversations, or conjuring scenarios that never materialize. It's like a radio that's always on, broadcasting a mix of memories, fears, and fantasies. What is this voice? And why does it seem to have so much control over you? Here's the mind-bending reality. You are not your thoughts. You're not the voice. You are the one who hears it, the silent observer, the infinite awareness behind the noise. Most of us spend our lives trapped in this mental chatter, mistaking it for who we are. We let it define our reality, our worth, our potential. But what if I told you that freedom from this endless noise isn't just possible, it's your birthright? Imagine a life where your mind no longer holds you hostage. A life where you're not dragged down by worry, regret, or self-doubt, but instead you're alive with clarity, peace, and a boundless connection to the universe. The mind loves to keep you busy, planning, analyzing, replaying, predicting. It's like a cosmic trickster, convincing you that you need to solve every problem, control every outcome, or dwell on every mistake. And while you're lost in its maze, life is unfolding right in front of you, moment by moment, breath by breath, waiting for you to truly show up. In this video, we're embarking on a journey to silence the noise and reconnect with the deeper you, the part that exists beyond thoughts, beyond emotions, beyond the illusion of control. You'll discover practical tools to free yourself from the mental chatter, release emotional baggage, and unlock a level of inner peace that feels like coming home to the cosmos. So, take a deep breath, let go of distractions, and allow this moment to be the start of something transformative. Because here's the truth, the voice in your head isn't you. And once you grasp that, your life, your perspective, and your connection to the universe will never be the same. Let's dive into the heart of this mystery, the nature of that inner voice, and how to reclaim your inner peace. When you're alone with your thoughts, what do you hear? A gentle guide offering wisdom, or a restless chatter that never pauses? For most of us, it's the latter, a non-stop narration that critiques, plans, replays, and worries. It's like living with a roommate who never stops talking, analyzing every move you make. But here's the revelation that changes everything. That voice isn't you. Pause and let that sink in. If you can hear the voice, if you can observe it, doesn't that mean you're separate from it? You're not the chatter, you're the one listening, the awareness that witnesses it all. This realization is like finding a hidden key to a locked door. It's the first step toward breaking free from the grip of your mind and reclaiming the peace that's always been yours. But why does this voice exist? It's not your enemy. In fact, it evolved to help you survive. Thousands of years ago, it was the voice that warned your ancestors of danger, helped them plan for scarcity, or navigate complex social dynamics. It's a tool, a cosmic GPS of sorts, designed to keep you safe and make sense of the world. But in today's world, where physical survival is less of a constant threat, this tool has gone into overdrive. It replays arguments from last week, imagines worst-case scenarios for tomorrow, and creates worries that rarely come true. It's like a smoke detector that goes off every time you light a candle. Well-intentioned, but often unnecessary. Think of it this way. Your mind is like a librarian who's obsessed with cataloging every detail of your life. It files away every memory, every fear, every what-if, and then bombards you with them at the worst possible moments. Imagine you're walking through a serene forest, the sunlight filtering through the trees, the air alive with the scent of pine. But instead of soaking in the moment, your mind is chattering. Did I lock the car? What if I'm late? Why did I say that thing yesterday? That's what the voice does. It steals you from the present, pulling you into a mental loop that disconnects you from the magic of now. So, how do you break free? The first step is to become the observer. Right now, try this. Close your eyes if you can and listen to the thoughts in your mind. What are they saying? Are they commenting on this video? Planning your next task? Doubting whether this exercise will work? Don't judge them. Just notice. Watch how the voice behaves, almost like it's a character with a life of its own. Maybe it's restless, jumping from one topic to another. Maybe it's stuck on a single worry, replaying it like a broken record. Here's the key. The voice is not you. It's a pattern, a collection of habits shaped by years of conditioning, culture, and experiences. When you observe it without getting sucked in, you create a space, a gap between you and the chatter. That gap is freedom. It's like stepping out of a noisy room into a quiet meadow where you can finally hear the whispers of your true self. The voice feeds on your attention. The more you engage with its stories, believing every worry, chasing every fantasy, the stronger it grows. But when you step back and watch it, its power begins to fade. You're no longer the actor trapped in the drama. You're the audience, calmly observing the play. And here's the best part. You don't need to silence the voice. That's impossible. Thoughts will always come and go, like waves on a shore. Your job is to recognize they're just thoughts, not truth. They're like clouds drifting across the sky. You are the sky, vast, unchanging, and untouched by the clouds. Let's make this practical. Try this exercise daily for a week. Set aside 5 minutes, find a quiet space, and simply observe your thoughts. Don't try to change them or push them away. Just watch. You might notice patterns. Maybe your mind loves to worry about the future or dwell on the past. Write down what you observe, not to analyze, but to deepen your awareness. This practice, called mindfulness, is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Over time, you'll find the voice has less control, and you'll feel a sense of spaciousness, like a weight lifting off your soul. This is the foundation of inner freedom, knowing you are not your thoughts but the awareness behind them. As you cultivate this awareness, you'll tap into a peace that's deeper than any external circumstance, a peace that feels like reconnecting with the infinite energy of the universe. Now, let's take this further and explore how this understanding applies to your emotions. Because the voice doesn't just narrate, it stirs up feelings that can weigh you down. Emotions are powerful. They're the colors of your inner world, painting your experiences with joy, sorrow, anger, or love. But when the voice latches onto them, it can turn a fleeting feeling into a heavy burden. The key to emotional freedom is learning to feel without becoming, to observe without being consumed. What if I told you that most of the emotional weight you carry isn't from the events in your life, but from your resistance to letting them go? Think about a painful memory, a betrayal, a loss, a moment of shame. The event itself may have happened years ago, but every time your mind replays it, you feel the sting as if it's happening now. That's not the event hurting you. It's the story your mind keeps telling, the refusal to let the emotion flow and fade. Emotions are like energy. They're meant to move. Joy rises and sparkles, anger surges and releases, sadness washes through and recedes. But when you cling to them, when you replay the story or resist the feeling, that energy gets stuck. It becomes baggage, weighing you down like a cosmic anchor. The longer you hold on, the heavier it feels, draining your vitality and clouding your connection to the present. Picture this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. For a moment, you feel a flash of anger, natural, fleeting. But then the voice jumps in. How dare they? I bet they did it on purpose. People are so rude. Suddenly, you're not just feeling a quick burst of anger. You're stewing in it, carrying it into your day, letting it color every interaction. The event lasted seconds, but the voice stretches it into hours. That's how emotional baggage builds, not from life, but from the mind's refusal to let go. So, how do you release this baggage? It starts with surrender, not as defeat, but as liberation. Surrender means allowing emotions to be without fighting or fueling them. Let's try a practice right now. Think of something weighing on you, an argument, a regret, a fear about the future. Close your eyes if you can and notice where you feel it in your body. Is there a tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a heaviness in your shoulders? Don't judge it or try to fix it, just observe. Now take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine that tightness softening, that knot unraveling, that heaviness lifting. Say to yourself, I see you, I feel you, I release you. Keep breathing, letting the emotion flow through you like a river. You're not pushing it away or holding it close. You're letting it move, trusting it will pass. This is the art of emotional alchemy, transforming stuck energy into freedom. Here's another tool. Label your emotions. When you feel something intense, name it. This is anger. This is sadness. This is fear. Naming creates distance, reminding you that the emotion is not you. It's just a visitor passing through. Try this the next time you're upset. Instead of saying, I'm so angry, say, I'm feeling anger. It's a subtle shift, but it's powerful. It pulls you out of the emotion's grip and back into your role as the observer. Let's go deeper with a real-world example. Imagine you're at a family gathering and someone makes a comment that stings. A criticism, a jab, a reminder of an old wound. In the moment you feel hurt, maybe even angry. The voice kicks in, replaying the comment, analyzing their intentions, plotting your comeback. Hours later, you're still fuming, missing the laughter and connection around you. Now, apply what we've learned. Pause, breathe, observe. Notice the hurt in your body, maybe a tightness in your throat. Label it. This is hurt. Let it be, without feeding the story. Breathe and release. I see you. I release you. You might be surprised how quickly the emotion softens, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything's fine. It means honoring your emotions without letting them define you. Some emotions are deep, tied to traumas or losses that feel like they'll never fade, and that's okay. The goal isn't to erase them, but to stop letting them control you. Even the deepest wounds can loosen their grip when you meet them with awareness and compassion. For those heavier emotions, try this extended practice. Find a quiet space and journal about the feeling. Write down the story your mind is telling, what happened, why it hurts. Then ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What would it feel like to let this go? Don't force an answer, just let the question sit. Then close your eyes, breathe, and visualize the emotion as a weight lifting off your body, dissolving into the universe. This practice can be profoundly healing, like releasing a star back into the cosmos. The truth is, life isn't about avoiding pain. It's about moving through it. Emotions are temporary, like waves in the ocean. They rise, peak, and fade, but only if you let them. When you stop fighting or clinging, you create space for peace, for joy, for a deeper connection to the infinite energy of existence. Now, let's turn to another source of inner tension, the illusion of control. We all crave control over our lives, our relationships, our futures. It feels like safety, like if we can just manage every detail, we'll be okay. But here's the cosmic paradox. The more you try to control, the more you realize how little control you have. And that realization, though unsettling, is the gateway to true freedom. Think about it. How many times have you planned something meticulously, only for life to throw a curveball? Maybe you prepared for a big presentation, but the tech failed. Or you envisioned a perfect relationship, only to face unexpected challenges. It's frustrating because life doesn't follow your script. The weather doesn't care about your picnic plans. People don't act according to your expectations. And the future? It unfolds in ways you can't predict, no matter how much you try. This illusion of control is like trying to hold a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more it slips away. And when you cling to it, you suffer. You stress over things beyond your power, exhaust yourself fighting the natural flow of life, and miss the beauty of what's actually happening. It's like standing in a river, pushing against the current, when all you need to do is let it carry you. So, what happens when you let go? Not in defeat, but in trust. Trusting that the universe has a rhythm, a wisdom far greater than your plans. Surrendering control doesn't mean you stop caring or acting. It means you stop trying to force outcomes that aren't yours to dictate. You show up, do your best, and release the rest to the cosmos. Let's try a practice. Think of something you're trying to control right now. A decision, a relationship, an outcome you're desperate to shape. Notice how it feels in your body. Is there tension in your shoulders? A racing heart? A sense of urgency? Now take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine releasing that need to control, like letting go of a balloon into the sky. Picture your hands opening, the reins you've been gripping falling away. Say to yourself, I release this. I trust the flow. This practice isn't about giving up. It's about aligning with life's natural current. Imagine you're planning a trip. You've mapped every detail, but then a storm cancels your flight. You could fight it, stress and rage against the airline, or you could surrender, find a new plan, embrace the detour, maybe discover a hidden gem you'd never have seen. That's the magic of letting go. It opens you to possibilities beyond your imagination. Here's a mantra to carry with you. I control what I can, and I release what I can't. Say it when you feel the urge to force or resist. It's a reminder that your power lies in your actions, your choices, your attitude, not in bending the universe to your will. And the universe? It's always conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it. Surrendering control also applies to your inner world. How often do you try to control your thoughts or emotions, forcing yourself to feel happy when you're sad, or calm when you're anxious? What if you simply allowed them to be, trusting they'll pass like clouds? This inner surrender is like opening a window in a stuffy room. Suddenly there's space, air, freedom. As you release the need for control, you'll notice something beautiful. Life starts to feel lighter. You're no longer battling the current, you're flowing with it, open to the infinite possibilities of each moment. This leads us to our next step, living openly, with a heart wide open to the universe. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of freedom. Your heart light, your mind clear, your soul ready for whatever the cosmos brings. That's the essence of living openly. But for many of us, it's a distant dream because we've built walls around ourselves. Walls of fear, pain, and the need to protect. These walls may feel like safety, but they're also prisons, blocking the flow of life, love, and connection. Think about a time you held back. Maybe you didn't share your true feelings, afraid of being judged, or you avoided a risk scared of failure. Those choices come from fear, and they shrink your world. Living openly means dismantling those walls, choosing courage over comfort, vulnerability over defense. It's not about never getting hurt. It's about refusing to let fear dictate your life. Let's start with the heart, the cosmic center of your being. When your heart is open, you feel alive, connected to others, to the universe itself. When it's closed, you feel isolated, heavy, cut off from the flow of life. Why do we close our hearts? Often it's because we've been hurt by rejection, betrayal, or loss. So we armor up, vowing never to be vulnerable again. But here's the truth. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the gateway to joy, love, and authentic connection. Try this practice to open your heart. Think of someone or something you love deeply. A friend, a pet, a moment in nature. Feel the warmth of that love in your chest. Now imagine that warmth growing, expanding beyond your body, radiating like a star into the universe. With each breath, let it spread, as if you're sharing that love with the world. This is your heart's natural state, open, boundless, connected to the infinite. Living openly also means embracing the present moment. The voice in your head loves to pull you into the past or future, but life only exists now. Think about it. Every joy, every insight, every connection happens in this moment. Yet we miss it, lost in mental chatter. Here's a practice to anchor yourself. Pause, take a deep breath, and notice your surroundings. What do you see? The texture of the wall, the light on your screen? What do you hear? A distant hum? Your own breath? What do you feel? The weight of your body? The air on your skin? Engage your senses fully, and when your mind wanders, gently bring it back. This practice of presence is like tuning into the universe's frequency. It's where peace lives, where you feel the pulse of existence. Try it throughout your day, while eating, walking, or even in conversation. It's like waking up to a world you've been sleepwalking through. Living openly is also about connection. How often do we hide our true selves, afraid of rejection? Yet it's in vulnerability that we find belonging. Here's a challenge. In your next conversation, share something real. A fear, a dream, a truth you usually keep hidden. Notice how it feels to be seen, to be authentic. You might be surprised how it deepens your bond, like two stars aligning in the cosmic dance. Finally, living openly means saying yes to life. Too often, we hesitate, waiting for the perfect moment. But life doesn't wait. It unfolds now. Say yes to a new experience, a bold idea, a leap of faith. Yes doesn't mean reckless. It means trusting yourself to handle whatever comes. Living openly is a daily practice of courage, presence, and vulnerability. It's not always easy, but it's where the universe meets you, ready to co-create a life of infinite possibility. Now let's bring it all together with the ultimate goal, true freedom. What does it mean to be free? It's not about escaping life's challenges or responsibilities. True freedom is living without the inner chains, the mental chatter, the emotional baggage, the need for control. It's not something you chase. It's something you uncover, a state of being that's always been yours, waiting beneath the noise. Freedom starts with the mind. We think freedom comes from fixing every problem or achieving every goal, but the mind is a trickster. It always finds a new worry, a new goal. The key is to step back and observe. Next time your mind spins with what ifs, pause, breathe. Say, I am not my thoughts. Watch them like ripples on a lake, letting them fade without chasing them. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about freeing yourself from the stories your mind weaves. Then, emotions. Freedom doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you stop being ruled by feelings. When anger or sadness arises, don't fight it. Name it. This is anger. Feel it in your body, let it flow, and release it with your breath. Emotions are like comets, brilliant, fleeting, gone. You are the vast space they pass through, untouched and infinite. The deepest freedom comes when you realize you don't need life to be perfect to be at peace. Picture a stormy sea, waves crashing, winds howling. Yet, deep below, the ocean is still, unmoved. That's your true self, the unshakable core that no chaos can touch. When you connect with it, you find freedom not in stopping the storm, but in resting within it. Let's make this real with a story. Imagine Sarah, a woman overwhelmed by her inner voice, constantly worrying about her job, her relationships, her future. She felt trapped, like life was a treadmill she couldn't step off. Then, she started practicing what we've explored, observing her thoughts, feeling her emotions without clinging, surrendering control. One day, during a stressful work meeting, she noticed her mind spiraling. What if I mess up? What if they judge me? Instead of engaging, she paused, breathed, and thought, these are just thoughts. She felt the anxiety in her chest, labeled it, and let it pass. For the first time, she spoke up confidently, free from the voice's grip. That moment was a glimpse of freedom, not because the meeting went perfectly, but because she was no longer a prisoner of her mind. You can live this freedom every day. It's a practice of presence, surrender, and openness. Here's a daily ritual to anchor it. Each morning, take 5 minutes to sit quietly. Breathe deeply and ask, who am I beyond my thoughts? Feel the stillness, the vastness of your being. Throughout the day, when you feel stuck, use the mantra, I am free no matter what. It's a reminder that your freedom is within, untouchable by the world's chaos. Take a final moment now. Breathe. Let the thoughts quiet, the emotions settle. Feel the stillness at your core, the part of you that's connected to the infinite, to the stars, to the universe itself. This is the truth we've been uncovering. Everything you seek, clarity, peace, freedom, is already within you. You started with a restless voice, seeming to control you. Now you know, you are the observer, the infinite awareness, choosing what to hold and what to release. We explored emotional baggage, learning to feel and let go, trusting the waves to pass. We dismantled the illusion of control, surrendering to the cosmic flow, finding peace in trust. And we embraced living openly, with a heart wide open to life's beauty and risk. What's next? Live it. This isn't a one-time shift, it's a daily choice. Every moment you can return to yourself, to the infinite you, free no matter what. As you leave this video, carry this truth. You are free. Not because of what's outside, but because of what's within. Thank you for joining this cosmic journey. Drop a comment. What's one thing you're ready to release today? Like, subscribe, and share to spread this awakening. Let's keep exploring the infinite together. See you in the next one.